Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate if else statement in Java. So let's get started. If else statement belongs to the decision making statements category of the flow control statements in Java. In the previous sessions, I covered if statement and if else statement. Now I am going to cover the third variety of the decision making statements under the flow control statements, which is none other than if else statement. So we are going to learn this if else statement by comparing this with the previous one, studies if and if else statements. If else statement is similar to the if and if else, but there is a difference. What is the difference? I'm going to explain right now. So what is the syntax? So what is the syntax of this if else? Let me write down here. First we have the if keyword followed by the circular brackets like this. Now this is starting of the if block. This is the ending of the if block. Okay. The starting of the if block and this is the ending of the if block. And here inside the circular brackets, we have a condition. Inside the circular brackets, we have a condition. Now here at the end of the if block, we can write else keyword. Okay. Space. Again, one more if and provide the circular bracket again. So here second condition will come. In case of the if or if else statements, there will be only one condition. Okay, let me remove this. This is a normal syntax of this is a syntax of a normal if statement. You see how many conditions are there in this if statement in Java, which I covered already in the previous session of this course. Only one condition is there. This condition will either result in true or false, right? Now, this is a syntax of the if else statement. Second statement under the decision making statement if else. In this if else also, how many conditions are there? Only one condition is there. This condition either results in true or false. If the condition is true, this block will run. The condition is false, this block will run. That we already have known from the previous sessions, that I have already have explained in the previous session of this course. But coming to the if else, we have more than one condition. This is the first condition, right? So after this first if block, you can write else followed by space. Again, if another if statement is starting here, you see, this is called as else space if. Here another if block is starting. This is the first if block. Now second if block is starting. This has another condition. Now again you can write else if, again condition. Like this you can write or have any number of conditions. Compared to the if or if else, in this if else, we can have any number of conditions. 1, 2, 3. We can keep on continuing this. Okay. Again, one more else if, let's say, you can stop whenever you want with the number of conditions. And finally, when you are done with these conditions, finally you can mention the else keyword and close the block. The last block is else block. Okay. If condition block, then else, another if condition block, again else, another if condition block, else, another if condition block, finally else block. So this is what is the syntax of the if else statement in Java. Compared to the previously explained if and if else statements in Java, here in this if else, we have more than one conditions. Okay. So here inside is every block you can have any number of statements. Okay. You can have any number of statements. There is no limit for the number of statements that you can have in every block that I have written here or created here in this syntax. First block, second block, third block, fourth block. Total 5 blocks are there in this example syntax. Now, let me practically demonstrate this if else statement. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE where we have the sample Java program. There's a class. Inside the class, there is a main method. Now I'm going to write the code using this if else statement in this inside this main method. Okay. So for this, what I will do is I'll declare with int primitive data type. I'll say a is equal to 5, comma, b is equal to 4, comma, c is equal to 3, comma, d is equal to 2, comma, e is equal to 1, put a semicolon. Here I declared 5 variables as in primitive data type. Each and every variable I assigned with one dat, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that I assign. Now here I'll write if circular brackets. Here I'll say a less than b. If a less than b, then here, for example, I'll write a print statement inside this if block, first if block, saying a is less than b. else if another condition, second condition, else space if block, that is a condition, b less than c. If else if b less than c, here I'll print out system dot out dot println b is less than c. Okay. Then again else if c less than d. Here I'll write down system dot out dot println c is less than d. Else if d less than e, then here I'll write down system dot out dot println d is less than e. Else system dot out dot println e is a list. Now save this and run this code. What will happen? At a time, only one block out of all these blocks. There are total how many blocks? One block, two block, three block, four block. Total five blocks are there in this example program. Okay. There are total five blocks. But when you run this code, only one block will run. Based on the outcome of any of these conditions of this if else statement in Java, only one block is going to run. Which block? We don't know. It decides based on the condition. When I run this code, which block will run? Let's find out. Here first condition, a less than b, 5 less than 4. 5 is not less than 4. This is false. This block will get skipped. It won't run. Then else another block. This condition will be verified next. B less than c. 4 less than 3. Again false. This block will be skipped. Since the condition is false, this block won't get executed. Then c less than d. 3 less than 2, which is again false. This block will be skipped. Then d less than e. 2 less than 1. Again false. This block will be skipped. And finally, the left out block is else block. Since all these four conditions were resulting in true, the remaining else block will run. At a time, only one block will run. Which block we don't know. In this case, else block is running. E is a list will print in the output. Run this code and see that E is a list got printed. Now what if I add 1 here? Okay. What if here I add 1? What will happen? The first condition, A less than B, 5 less than 14, which is true. What will happen? It will run the first block. A is less than B will be printed. What about the remaining blocks? If this condition is true, then remaining blocks will not get executed. Okay? Only this block will get executed. Whatever the block for which the if condition statement has resulted in true, that block only will get executed. So A is less than B will be printed. A is less than B will be printed. Now if I remove this 1 from here and put the 1 here, what will happen? The first condition A less than B, 5 less than 4 is false. The first block won't run. Then it will verify the second block, B less than C, 4 less than 13, which is true. So second block will run. B is less than C. Since one of the block has run, remaining blocks will be skipped. So only B less than C will be printed. Right? If I remove this 1 from here and put this 1 here, what will happen? 5 less than 4, false. First block skipped. 4 less than 3, false. Second block skipped. C less than D, 3 less than 12, which is correct. C is less than D will be printed in the output console. Remaining blocks will be skipped. Since one of the block got executed, remaining blocks will be skipped. Run this. This is C less than D got printed. Now, if I remove this 1 from here and put it at the end, what will happen? A less than B, 5 less than 4, false. Skipped. B less than C, 4 less than 3, false. Skipped. C less than D, 3 less than 2, false. Skipped. D less than E, 2 less than 11, 2 less than 11, which is true, correct. So this block will get run. D is less than E will be printed, remaining blocks will be skipped. So D less than E will be printed. Like this, at a time only one block based on the outcome of any condition, any of the conditions in this if else statement in Java. Only that particular that condition supporting block only will run. So this is all about the if else statement in Java. And this is the syntax, and with practical demonstration explained how to write a Java program which uses if else statement. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.